let's move. So, all right, coming to a comfortable seat, I'm gonna start on a block. You might want to sit on something. Maybe you might want to be on your knees. You might want to lie down, your choice. We're just going to find our baseline. Like we always do, start with our baseline. And then we're slowly, in this class, we're actually going to build into pranayama, okay? This was a slow build to pranayama. So in this class, we're going to go from finding our baseline to being curious about the breath. And then we're going to go to what we call harnessing the breath, which is kind of Ujjayi or Durga breath. And then we'll end with the breathing exercises we did last week on the wall. So called release breath. So that's more of the natural breath. So we're going to slowly, it's like a curve we're going to go through in this class, since we've kind of been exploring a lot of this and these our natural inhale and exhale. So now we're going to go into the harnessing of the breath this week, okay? So today we're going to start with so most of our stuff will be seated today, except for our last one, but feel free to change positions if you so choose, okay? So first we're going to find a nice tall spine, noticing the natural inhales and exhales. All right, now that you've kind of sensed into your breath, we're going to take 5 breaths and notice our inhales for 5 breaths our inhales and exhales. And then we're going to notice take 5 breaths to notice our exhales, and then we're going to do both again, okay? So we're going to inhale and exhale for 5, really dropping our awareness into our inhales. What are you noticing about your inhales here? Is it harder or easier than it used to be? Now let's draw our attention, while still breathing, inhale and exhale, to our exhales. What's the quality of your exhale as we inhale and then exhale? Can you sense anything spacious or dull or any other felt sense word for your exhales here? And then now we're going to do inhale and exhale now. Well, on our inhales, let's notice the rise, really notice the rise of the chest on your inhale and maybe the release of the body on the inhales, okay? So let's inhale. Maybe you want to bring your hands to your chest on the inhales. Or maybe you want to bring your hands on your shoulders here and then to your belly. Then you can go to really embody the inhales and the exhales. One more time, inhale and exhale. You might notice me cueing a little bit less here. This is just an opportunity for you to notice and attune to your own breathing without me cueing all the time. So you can do these between moments of stress or tension and a refocus. Now we're going to move into what we call some harnessing of the breath, the early harnessing, okay? So this is where we're going to inhale and exhale with curiosity. Exhaling, maybe like we have a straw between our lips. Exhaling, or sorry, inhaling through a straw. Sorry, and then exhaling. How does that change your experience? We're going to do this for the next couple of minutes. It's called pursed lips breathing. Now we're going to move to inhaling with our nose and exhaling with the pursed lips through our mouth. And you might be able to do this when you're in a state of maybe hypertension or you have a lot of anxious thoughts. This alone, because you can learn to, just by shifting and focusing on the shape of the mouth and the inhale and the exhale, you can then draw your attention from whatever was causing anxiety to the inhale of the nose and exhale of the mouth. Inhale, nose, exhale, mouth. Inhale, nose, exhale, mouth. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and then exhale. Now let's do the reverse. Let's inhale through the nose, through the pursed lips, and exhale through the nose. How does that change the experience? Take a minute between each interval and notice what shows up in your body. Inhale through the pursed lips. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the pursed lips. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. And then exhale through the nose. Staying curious about what's present. Maybe you want to widen the lips a little bit. Almost like you're breathing in the birthday cake, like blowing out a birthday cake, but maybe you want to widen the lips a little bit on the inhale. Maybe you're able to bring a sense of grounding in here at the feet, at the hands. All right, let's take a minute and notice what's in our body. What's present here? Can you find a felt sense of what it's like to breathe in your throat here? Does it feel stressful or easeful? Do you notice a widening of or an expansiveness in your body? It's okay if you don't. You can say no, and that's okay. Just notice you can always go back to your natural inhale and exhale like we did at the beginning of class. How does this much breath exploration change your nervous system, knowing you can be curious about your breath and also harness the breath? Now go find your nice straight spine again. Once you find your nice straight spine, I really want you to ground into your sits bones, noticing in at the block or the ground where those sits bones are. Maybe you need to spread out your buttocks and really feel into the sits bones. Where are they? Feel into the ground beneath you. Rise up through the spine. Broaden the shoulders. Remember that if this starts to feel hard, you can always go to a wall to breathe again. And now we're going to go into Dirga breath again, or 3 parts breath, where we inhale through the ground, through the ribs, and into the chest. And then we exhale through the belly, the ribs, and the chest. Now, You can do this standing up, or you can also do this laying down, like so. Okay, I didn't bring a mat out, but you can also lay down doing this. I will show you if that feels better to you. Drawing in from the inhale. Inhale, I'll do it one time on the belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. All right, I'm gonna sit back up, but you are free to lie back down on the couch if that feels better to your nervous system and to your body. If you're able to widen, get a sense of a widening of your sense of safety, laying down or against a wall, please do. All right, grounding down through the sits bones, drawing attention up through the belly, the ribs, and the chest, and then exhale through the belly, the ribs, and the chest, and chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, then exhale. Feel free to get on your bolster if you're laying on your back as well. That can sometimes help as well. All right, belly, ribs, and chest, chest, ribs, and belly. Exhale. Inhale. Belly, ribs, chest. Exhale. Through your belly, the ribs, and your chest. And maybe you want to make some noises with it. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. Then exhale. You might feel like a wave of breath going through you. As you notice maybe sensation or the warmth as you breathe in and out. I'm going to do one more round, and then we're going to rise into our last pranayama that we do, that you hear in yoga, a lot of yoga classes, called Ujjayi. Okay, and Ujjayi, we're grounding through the sits bones, we're rising through the chest, broadening the shoulders, lots of space between our neck and our chin, and we're going to start to create some ocean waves with it. On our inhale, let's inhale and then exhale. Inhale. It's almost like you're gonna I think one of my teachers said haka loogie almost, but you're not. But you're gonna really be breaking things up and roughing things up through the backside. So inhale, and then exhale. 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 Inhale. And then we're going to exhale. That's Ujjayi. And then let's just sit here letting the energy settle from all that breathing we did. Letting that stillness settle into the body can be really helpful in letting our body learn to receive the gift of conscious breathing or pranayama. So just lay still for a few minutes, a few seconds, a few more breaths. And then we're going to go head over to the wall or to a couch or something behind you. We're gonna lay back. You can actually, we're gonna find a wall or a blank or a chair. We're gonna do legs up the wall or any variation. I'm gonna get on the wall here, bringing my hips and swinging them up on the wall. Okay, if you have a wall space, find a wall or a chair or a couch. Maybe you want a blanket behind your neck to support it. Right now, then we're gonna really sit here and go back to conscious breathing, no longer pranayama. And I want you to notice the difference between how it feels in your body to do pranayama versus conscious breathing. Can you really get heavy as you breathe? Noticing, kind of going back to the breath that we did before, but a different position now. Noticing the rise of the chest and the release of the tension in the body on that exhale. Where can you release and dwell into the support of the wall and the ground beneath you? Can you still focus on dwelling into the support while also consciously breathing? Can you hold the awareness of both? Getting heavy and breathing simultaneously. All right. Circling back into, coming back to a seated position. Noticing, taking a minute to notice how we're feeling as we shift into the last section. Sending ourselves loving kindness to any parts that felt hard or activating. Knowing that breath work is a journey and it's always changing as the world changes around us and our nervous system response to stress changes as well. There have been some parts of my life where breathing is really helpful, and then sometimes where it feels more effortful. And releasing our attachment to the way things should be is also true for breath work and conscious breathing. All right. Just going back again, finding our natural inhales, sealing the practice, being aware of our natural inhales and exhales and the quality of them in this moment. And maybe taking a moment to remember that when you get in your car, you're gonna notice the shift in the conscious breathing from shifting for your car, or the next thing will be my car. But notice the difference between your breathing now versus your breathing as you take the next step in your day. What's different? Just notice it without judgment. That's conscious breathing. All right. The teacher in me honors the teacher in you. Thank you for coming to this practice, whether you are live or watching the recording. Thank you so much. Ooh. All right. Going to end the recording.